Have you guys noticed VR is back? Me too. So today we're testing out the Pimax Crystal Light. So there's been a ton of YouTube content lately around VR, from the big YouTubers to the, VR specialists and the sim racing guys, and they're all saying the same thing. Now is a great time to get into VR. So when Pimax reached out to me about testing some of their gear, I had a chat with them about what we love here at Computer Games Hardware, and that is price to performance. So they sent over the Pimax Crystal Light. The design is very cool. It's sleek and it almost looks like a ROG device, but kind of like if someone went up to an ROG device, tapped it on the shoulder and said like, "Hey mate, can you just tone it down a little bit?" So it looks very cool. It's very gamerish, but I'm still really comfortable to have it on my entertainment unit as a feature of the room. It's very sleek. It's a chunky boy, bigger and heavier than most other headsets, right? So you got to keep that in mind. But I'm actually pretty surprised. The Crystal Light is way comfier than it looks, way more than some give it credit for. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's got a pretty standard head strap, but I really like the back head piece. It helps offset the weight of the front and you can dial it in nice and snug. I like to have it nice and low and pretty tight. I've been using it for about a week now of mostly standing play, and you know what? I've had no trouble. The setup is easy peasy too. You plug it in via DisplayPort, you plug in USB and then power, and then you install the Pimax Play software and you're done. Now, what you need to remember is this is PC VR. So this is a tethered experience, so there's no cable-free experience here. But it's also geared towards high-end PC VR, sim racing, and all that type of stuff. So that's what you're looking at here. But here's the thing, if you've been itching to upgrade your GPU, but you've been waiting for something more high-end, you might want to consider VR. The Crystal Light has opened up a whole new playground into my gaming setup, and you get a very high-end experience even on modest hardware. The GPU requirements call for a 3700X and above for the CPU, and for the GPU the requirements are an RTX 2070 and above and AMD equivalent. So on my 6800 XT I am getting an excellent experience. The resolution on the Crystal Light is 2880 per eye, but the big thing about it is the visual clarity. It's absolutely stunning. This is sort of the first high-end VR experience that I've really had, and I was absolutely blown away by the visual clarity. It does feel absolutely incredible. You can see everything and the detail is stunning. You just don't realize how far VR has come since the days of the original MetaQuest, the Valve Index and all those other headsets. This feels like a really well-rounded PC VR experience. The first thing you notice is the field of view. It is up to 130 degrees and you really feel it. You get an amazing sense of immersion and sense of scope. I really like the tracking as well. This is me in Half-Life Alyx. I'm able to grab and catch everything. This is my first playthrough, and my kids were able to really pick it up and just enjoy it the first time around too. So that speaks to the ease of use. It was absolutely great. Whoa! We'll do another fun game.
Finished.
Okay. I got to tell you, we were having such a good time that it was actually difficult to make this video. Even Computer Games Louise got in on the action.
This is so fun.
Do you like it?
Pimax Australia is holding an exclusive spring promotion. Click the link in the description below and fill out the form to unlock $120 off code immediately for your Pimax Crystal Light purchase. You can also use my gift code CGHWGIFT at the checkout to get an extra $25 US Spring Gaming Fund. That's a digital Steam gift card after you receive your headset. You can also get 3% off using the code CGHW if you're looking for Crystal Light bundles or Crystal Super. Go check out Pimax's website.
Now, you do get a pretty stock standard controller that comes with most VR devices, but these ones are quite light and they feel really nice in the hand. You get the classic A/B button. You also get a Pi button on both controllers, and you get a menu button and a couple of trigger buttons. These feel really great, and you automatically know which one goes in which hand. I'm pretty impressed that the Crystal Light is actually the entry level into Pimax's suite of VR headsets. You can also upgrade to the Crystal Super, which comes in a QLED version and a micro OLED 8K version. Then, coming soon, there is the Dream Air version. So the Dream Air and the Dream Air SE, and they look like they are going to give the Apple Vision Pro a run for their money. Another really great feature of the Pimax Crystal Light is the in-headset video settings. So you've got your little Pi button on either of your controllers. So you press that, that sends you into the menu. You've got your video see-through. You got room setup and quick room setup. Quick room setup is really good. It basically auto detects if you're sitting or you're standing, and it sets it to it. You can change your boundary size to small, medium, or large, and you can go from your posture from standing to sitting. So when I'm going from my desk to the center of the room to the TV, I can change those pretty quickly on the fly. You've also got a recenter button, so you can do that, and that's really helpful. You can also long press that on your Pi button and it automatically recenters things for you, so that's pretty handy. You can boot into Steam VR. You've got a volume setting, and then you've got your now playing, and you can boot right into your desktop or even open a new window. So that is really cool to be able to do that within the headset. So you can go to your desktop, you can use your controllers to control your desktop, and it's really simple. You can adjust the size if you like. You can open another window, you can pin a window, and you can move it around. So it's really helpful. Surprisingly, you can read everything surprisingly well on the desktop in the Pimax Crystal Light headset. So I'm pretty impressed with that, particularly when you dial in your IPD setting. Another big plus for the Pimax Crystal Light is the software. It is simple, sleek, and it works surprisingly well. And you have a ton of features. So have a look at this. You've got all the guidance you need for setup to IPD adjustment. It's all here. It shows you how to do everything, how to connect the power cables, all that sort of stuff. You've got the room settings. You can even boot into Steam VR from here. But where the Pimax software really shines is in the device settings. You've got everything you need in there. So let's take a quick look at it. You've got your device settings, which has all your device information. You've got your headset and your controller firmware. I should also mention that the controllers charge up really quickly. There is not much downtime. You've got tracking settings. You can change the lighting frequency. So I've got mine on 60 hertz. You can change the refresh rate. I thought I'd be on 90 hertz, but it runs surprisingly smoothly on 120 hertz. You've got screen timeout, brightness, all that sort of stuff, vibration. You can do in-game per game settings. So it's got your GPU upscaling. I've got mine turned on to FSR. You can get fixed foveated rendering, all different types of color options. You got some more general settings like where the home screen goes to default and everything like that. And then in your advanced settings, you've got your horizontal IPD offsets and your vertical offsets, which is really good. You've got local dimming settings for the headsets that have local dimming. You've got everything that you absolutely need. All right, guys, so if you're like me and you dipped out of VR some time ago, now really might be a good time to check back in. With headsets like the Pimax Crystal Light, you are getting amazing FOV, really crisp, clear experience. You've got those amazing crisp lenses. You're getting 120 hertz. It is a fantastic immersive experience. I've really enjoyed my time with the Crystal Light. I think it's a great headset at a really reasonable price. If you've done something like I've done recently with this new room setup, it's really going to complement your entertainment room if you have a high-end PC. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Big thanks to Pimax for sending over the Crystal Light. We've had a really good time making this one. I hope you guys have had a good time watching it. And if you're liking any of the content on Computer Games Hardware, please chuck us a like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out those affiliate links and check out Pimax's website to get a bundle deal and use those codes. Alright guys, I'm getting back into VR, so thanks for watching. See you next time.